So while the HCM PRO Curios Gundam has a few little problems mostly to do with the transformation and having little tabs and stuff kind of where the models didn't, the HCM PRO Dynames doesn't really have that problem because it doesn't have to transform. And it still looks great. You got all the painted detail you'd want, even inside the thighs. Like, look at that, they painted it just because they could. I feel like the feet, the heel here is great. Shouldn't the rest be gray? Maybe not, but at least they painted the heel, I guess. Another thing I forgot to mention about the Curios, you got these gold thrusters. Same thing here. And I don't know why. Sometimes they do that, and it's weird because there's no gold anywhere else. It's all yellow, so it's weird that these are specifically gold. So I'm assuming any other kit that would have these. I haven't looked at the Virtue lately, so I'm assuming it has them too. The antennas here also move on all the figures, which is good. And it's got really great posability. It has a little bit extra, I think. Like, you've got an added hinge in the wrist. And the while the legs might not be as good, if I get the skirts out of the way, because they don't have, well, actually they have the little gap in the top, but not as much as the Curios because it doesn't transform, but still pretty good. Great knees, check that out. It's the feet that really do it, because the top of the foot has a gap for the ball joint, which lets you flip it up, so it looks like it's gonna transform. And then the ankle is actually really good too, so, and you can tilt it. So you've got a pretty good posing for like bending to snipe. And you can't forget the movable butt thrusters, which hold the beam sabers, but they seem to hold them at a weird angle, because that is the thin way, where I'm pretty confident any model or figure that I've seen does it the fatter way, like that. So I don't know why they went the other way. And oh, they even painted in there, check that out. Inside, where it's going to be covered by the beams. And you do get a long, complete beam saber with the pink effect attached, and a short one. Unfortunately, I can't find it. But then I also can't find the instruction pamphlet, which I'm assuming it probably came with that inside the bag, and I don't know where it is, so couldn't show you the beams. But it's essentially like the Curio, just one long, one short instead of two long ones. You got the sniper rifle, which looks pretty nice. Got the different colors. I always want to move this handle, but it doesn't come off. It's just oops. I wasn't supposed to do that. But yeah, it's just pegged in, much like the scope. I like the different colors on this thing. And it's funny that they give you the little part here that's supposed to peg into the arm, but they don't peg into the arm. They're just for show. They don't do anything. Not like you need it with this super tight grip in the hand. And it does store on the side here, because you got the little grooves, which these can also articulate, which will be good for later, but you can just slide it. And that's the way the Dynames looks like. I hope I haven't been calling it the Curios, but that's the way the Dynames looks like when it first shows up in the series. But then you got the full, I guess, full shield. Kind of want to say full cloth, but I think it's full shield. So you got the big wedge pieces, which have the good articulate. I like that they're painted on the inside too. Very nice. So we'll get rid of that for now. Bring these out, and we'll slap the big ones on. Which I love these, because I love how they conform to the chest, but also the skirts. Like, they kind of go around where the skirts are too, to keep the green. It's pretty nice. And you can still get access to the hands. Why it doesn't come with pistols, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure they were introduced when the full cloth was introduced, so it's kind of weird. But we're not done yet. You know, you might be thinking, these just go onto the side, because all model kits have these little flip-up parts. So you have the peg for where the full cloth part is, and then you flip it, and you'd have a groove to go in here, much like what the sniper rifle has. But not here. You get an extra set, which have the grooves only, but then you also get an extra one with the peg, so you can actually have one of these on both sides without the full cloth part. I don't think it did in the show, but symmetrical, okay. So just gonna, I can't remember if it's this way or whatever, it doesn't matter really. Just to give you the full cloth. Actually, I think it does go the other way. Not enough, yeah, there's not enough space. So it's funny they didn't want to have a peg sticking out on top. I don't think I would have cared. But maybe they have to do. Maybe they had so much of a budget, like, yeah, give it another one, and then throw in an extra one of these. But one more thing, or actually a few more things, because you'd get an extra head, which is for the sniping mode. It has the V-fin put down to see the scope. It probably would have been a little hard to engineer a sliding track inside this little teeny head to have the little sensor pop out. And you'll notice the V-fin's a little warped because these ones are the soft V-fins. They give you 2 extra hard plastic V-fins, 1 for each head. And you've also got a pair of open hands with the little joints for the wrist. So this guy is pretty kitted out. A lot of stuff. Would have been a lot more stuff if I had found the beam saber, but it's just so weird that they give you like an extra set of these, and they give you a set of these at all, because you should only have 1 as far as I can remember. But it's a lot of stuff. So if I was like comparing the Curios to the Dynames, I would choose the Dynames, just because it comes with a lot more stuff and more ways to display it. And it doesn't have any like unsightly tabs. Some people probably don't care, but I did.